In this lecture, I'd like to talk about articles and adjectives in Greek. And actually, in this part one, I'll talk about the article, the uses of the Greek article, because there are many and diverse. In English, we have the definite article, the, and its function in English is to identify a particular person, a place, thing, or idea that it's going to distinguish from all others. We also have an indefinite article in Greek. If you'll recall from previous lectures, we do not have an indefinite article in Greek. Greek articles have case, number, and gender, and those three elements will always agree with the noun that article is modifying. So here's some examples. So ha anthropos. Anthropos, if you were to look that up in a lexicon or in BDAG, you would see that it's a nominative masculine singular form of that verb, which is its lexical form. And here we have the nominative masculine singular definite article. So ha anthropos is in agreement in case, number, and gender. This is nominative masculine singular. Same thing here, nominative masculine singular. Here we have ton anthropon, which is an accusative masculine singular. Actually, ton can also be neuter because in the second declension, often those will be the same in the masculine and the neuter genders. But in this instance, so it could modify other verbs or other nouns that are also neuter in gender, but here it's modifying anthropon, and so anthropos, which is a nominative masculine singular, and here it is its accusative form. But the article is always going to be in agreement in number, case, and gender with the noun that it's modifying, it can also be with a participle. So articles will always be in agreement with whatever it's modifying. Greek articles can function in a number of capacities. One is just as a simple definite article, as we just saw, where it's preceding a noun. Another is for it to function as a personal pronoun. A third use is as a grammatical marker, where it simply connects a following word to that noun or to a previous noun. Greek articles can also function as possessive pronouns, and they can make a word that follows them, that's in agreement with them, substantive. So as a grammatical marker, let's just look at a few of those examples. A grammatical marker, the Greek article is going to connect the following word to a previous noun. So here's an example of that from Mark 8:38. Meta ton angelon ton hagion. With the angels, and then here, so we have a preposition followed by a genitive plural or definite article, a noun, a genitive plural, definite article again, and an adjective that looks like a noun, right? But the main way to know that at this point is that we would take our cursor over the BibleWorks sentence and we'll be able to see that the parsing is adjective versus noun. So here we have the setup of a preposition with an article, noun, article, adjective, which is a particular type of use of the article, but it's telling us which this wholly is actually describing the angels, but so the definite article is simply there as a marker, a grammatical marker to connect that descriptor to the previous noun. When Greek articles function as possessive pronouns, you may see something like this in Ephesians 5:25. Hoiandres agapete tos gunaikos. The husbands are husbands, and so here we have it, hoi is in agreement. It's a nominative masculine plural, as is Andres. If we were taking our cursor over that in BibleWorks, we would see that is also a nominative masculine plural noun. So the definite article is in agreement with that noun, but we're not translating it the husbands. It's being used as a possessive pronoun, saying husbands love the wives. So the literal translation is the husbands love the wives. In other words, husbands love your wives. So it's sort of a possessive pronoun use. The definite article does not necessarily need to be there. It's more drawing the connection between husbands and wives. Whose wives or whose husbands your wives. Often, Greek articles will, uh, when they are combined with another word, they will make the following word or phrase something called a substantive, where it actually functions as the noun, the main noun. So here's an example from Matthew 2:2. Pou estin ha tektes basileus ton Judaion. And then we have a question mark, semicolon, question mark. Pou, where, estin is Amy, where is ha tektes, and then basileus. So here we have the combination of this definite article and this participle functioning to be a substantive. Uh, so where is the one who has been or who is born king of the Jews? So ha and tektes together are being used as a substantive, as a noun. The one who is born. In Greek, there are also words that are postpositives, and those are words that cannot occur at the first in the first word in a clause or in a sentence. And there are three primary ones that you will see repeated over and over: gar, de, and un. What a postpositive means is that that word is actually translated first in the English, but it's not ever going to be the first word in a Greek sentence. It's usually the second or third. An example is hutos gar agapesin ha theos ton kosmon. And so here we have the postpositive gar as the second word. For thus, God, nominative masculine singular, loved, accusative object, the world. And as a postpositive, instead of saying thus for God, or thus for loved the God, the world, we're going to say for thus God loved the world. I'll stop right there on this audio.